Right, guys, we're gonna take a look at some aluminum windows here that have some damage. The windows on this particular house are a little unusual in terms of aluminum windows. I'll show you why. So if you look at these windows, and you look at the corner of the sash, right here, the line goes straight down, which typically means it's not a rolled aluminum window. If it's not rolled aluminum, it's really not susceptible to hail damage. But this window is one of the rare exclusions. Most aluminum windows look a little bit different. They usually have a 90-degree miter in the corners. Something more like the neighbor's house. Over here he's got some Windsor windows. You can see in the corner, nice 90-degree miters. They're aluminum clad windows as well. But back to this house, I want to show you guys what the damage looks like. Come down here, you can see little tiny dings. They're pretty small. And that's it. That will get the window approved. So on the window you have the frame right here, which runs the outside perimeter. And then this is the sash, including the glass. So the sash is the part of the window that usually cranks open. Some window claims you get full frame replacement, so the entire window unit comes out all the way down to the studs in the rough opening. Brand new window unit gets put back in. New window sills, new extension casing, even new trim around the window. Other jobs, it's just the sash that gets replaced. So that panel that encapsulates the glass gets taken off, and then a new sash panel gets put back on. So you're getting a new, basically guts to the window, I guess you could say. New glass, the new sash will seal again, but full frame replacement is obviously the best. For one sash, you're looking about $750. So right here, you've got a double wide window. To replace a sash, you're looking about $1,500, and that's if they're available. And if you're doing a full frame replacement on a double wide window like this, you're looking about $2,500, $3,000. 2,500 to $3,000. Patio doors, you're looking about $6,000 minimum to replace, unless the homeowner is looking at putting in something all vinyl, which we don't really deal in because it's just not a good product. The vinyl expands and contracts too much with temperature changes, and people have issues with vinyl windows, all vinyl windows indoors, because they just don't have a lot of structural integrity, and so they end up warping and forming gaps in the seals later on, after they've been in the home for 5-10 years. So they tend to be very problematic. So you typically want an all wood window that's either wrapped in vinyl or wrapped or clad in extruded aluminum or fiberglass. And that's what you're going to find with your top window manufacturers like Anderson, Marvin, Pella, Windsor. So that's what you run into. The front of this house, we've got a bunch of windows. All these windows were approved. It's about a $50,000 window job. So it's a nice, healthy window job. These windows happen to be Caradco, so they're a very rare window. That's why you see in the corner of the sash, they've got the line that goes straight down. See if we can get you guys a better view here. aluminum windows, the cladding will bend at a 45-degree angle. These windows here, again, some very small dents. I don't know if you can even see them on the camera or not. Maybe, like there's a little one there. You can see the inside of the wood here, a lot of water staining, so they're happy to get these replaced. Full frame replacement, so all this gets replaced, all that wood, even the crank, the whole thing. The front of this house is brick, so when the windows get replaced, obviously we're not going to cut the brick back. The brick is going to remain intact. There's a nailing fin on most windows, and it's kind of a flange that goes around the windows and usually sits behind the siding. Well, in this case, either the nailing flange would get cut off, so that way we can slide the window right in to the brick without having to cut brick back or remove it. The nailing flange would get cut off, or we would just order the windows without a nailing flange. And then the windows get slid into the opening and then screwed in through the sides of the frame. And everything gets caulked, sealed. For insulation, we use a closed core or closed cell spray foam insulation, so it's waterproof, being that it's closed cell, does not allow water to permeate or penetrate through. The outside of the windows up against the brick or the siding get caulked. And then inside, we again replace the extension casing and the trim. Another job with some aluminum windows. We're in a 90s neighborhood here. This is down in Burnsville. All these homes were built in the early to mid 90s, so there's a lot of rolled aluminum windows in this area. Right here you got 3 houses in a row. This one, this one, this one. There's a couple more down the street. So about half of them in this neighborhood are rolled aluminum clad, and they dent really easy. And so insurance companies come out, they pay for them. People have problems with those windows, so they want to get them replaced anyway. Most of those windows are 20, 30 years old. So they're old. They've got a lot of wear and tear on them. They might have issues with condensation inside the glass. They might have issues with water coming in, warping the sash, so that way you can't open the window or shut it. Some people have issues with water staining or rot on the inside of the sash, maybe mold, mildew. Those are all reasons why people want to get the windows replaced. And windows are expensive. So either people need to pay out of pocket to get them replaced, or some people are able to get the insurance company to cover the window replacement. And when that's the case, folks are able to save on a job like this $50,000 out of pocket. It's a big expense. But anyways, guys, that's a few basics on windows. We will share more about windows in some future videos. Thank you.